Hui, aloha mai kako. I'm Kumu Maile na Ehu from the island of Molokai, coming to you from Kahale, Hoaka, headquarters, my hale. Last time we began this puke here called Pele, and it's written by Auntie Pua Kanakaole Kanahele and Dietrich Verez, who is the incredible artist of this book, one of my favorite artists. And it's about the akua Pele, the fire goddess. And so the first part of the book that I already shared talks about her journey here to Hawaii from the South Pacific. Some people say it was Kahiki, some people say Bora Bora. And she got into a quarrel with her sister Namaka, who was the goddess of the sea. And fire and sea, you can see how that could be kind of clashing powers there. And so Pele left to find a new home with her brother Kamoholi'i, the shark god. And when she came here, she was also given an egg by her mother Halema to care for, which was her little sister. And it was soon to be hatched and born. And so we're going to learn about that part of the story. So we left off when Pele found her home on Kilauea and she defeated Aila'au, who was the akua of that place. So let's go on with the story and see what happens next. Even though Pele was now a goddess, she still had her brothers and sisters to care of. The egg that Haumea had given her hatched into a beautiful girl. Pele named her iakaikapoliopele, which means Hi'iaka in the bosom of Pele, because she kept Hi'iaka warm and close to her. Pele loved Hi'iaka better than all her other sisters and watched over her carefully. Hi'iaka always listened to Pele and obeyed her. As she grew up, Pele encouraged her to make friends among the people of Puna. The two sisters were almost always together. They loved Puna at the foot of Kilauea and often went to the seashore there to play and explore. There they sometimes met Kamoholi'i, their shark brother, who had watched over Pele on her way to Hawaii. He taught Hi'iaka the art of surfing the big waves. On one of their visits to the seashore, Hi'iaka made a new friend, a young girl named Hopoi. She taught Hi'iaka how to make leis out of beautiful red lehua blossoms, and she danced the hula for her. The two girls became the best of friends. Pele resented their friendship. She reminded Hi'iaka that Hopoi was not a member of the fire clan and warned her that Hopoi was not the right kind of friend for her. While Pele wondered how to discourage Hi'iaka's friendship with Hopoi, she fell asleep under a hala tree and had a dream. She dreamed that she was on another island and heard drums beating. As she came closer to the sound, she saw a handsome young man dancing the hula. He danced beautifully, and Pele fell in love with him. He told her that his name was Lohi'au, and that he was a chief of the island of Kauai. Pele woke suddenly from her dreams. She decided that Lohi'au must come to live with her. Pele decided to send Hi'iaka to Kauai to bring Lohi'au back to her. She thought this would be a way to discourage Hi'iaka's friendship with Hopoi. Hi'iaka agreed to do what Pele asked. Pele told her younger sister how handsome Lohi'au was and warned her not to become too friendly with him. She told Hi'iaka she must be back with Lohi'au within 40 days or else she would punish them. Hi'iaka promised Pele she would do everything she asked. Pele helped Hi'iaka prepare for the journey to Kauai. She gave her a pa'u, a magic skirt that would protect her from danger. As she left, Hi'iaka begged Pele not to hurt her friend Hopoi. Pele promised, and the two sisters sealed their promises to each other with a kiss. As Hi'iaka started out, she met a young woman named Wahine o Ma'o. She was carrying a black pig as a gift to Pele. Hi'iaka liked the woman and asked if she would come along on the journey. Wahine o Ma'o said she would, as soon as she had taken the pig offering to Pele. And so they began their adventure. Hi'iaka and Wahine o Ma'o took a trail that led through the deep forest of Panaewa. In this forest, there lived a large lizard demon, also named Panaewa Amo'o. He was hard to see among the trees because he was covered with scales that looked like leaves, and his tongue looked like the trunk of a tree. Hi'iaka could feel that Panaewa was near even before she saw him. Quickly and quietly, she got her pa'u ready. Then Panaewa came at them. Hi'iaka and the demon lizard fought fiercely, and when the battle was finally over, Panaewa lay dead, killed by Hi'iaka and her magical pa'u. After their battle with Panaewa, Hi'iaka and Wahine Oma'o traveled to Hilo and then went northward to the beautiful green valley of Honoli'i. The beach at the mouth of the valley was a famous surfing spot, and the two girls looked longingly at the waves, but they remembered Pele's orders to hurry back and didn't stop to enjoy the surf. The stream in Honoli'i was wide and deep, and Hi'iaka knew they couldn't cross it alone. Hina hina ku ikapali, she called loudly, and a large and very old turtle crawled out of the stream, looking cross. They climbed on its back, and he slowly paddled them across, grumbling all the way. The trip to Kauai was long and hard, and Hi'iaka and Wahine Oma'o were tired when they finally reached the island. There they found everyone weeping. When Hi'iaka asked why, they answered, "Lohi'au is dead." Hi'iaka knew how angry Pele would be if she came back without Lohi'au. She had to act quickly, so she asked to see the place where his body was resting. When she saw Lohi'au lying there, she called on her gods for help. They answered and told her what herbs and chants would bring his wandering spirit back into his body. Hi'iaka followed their instructions, and Lohi'au, the young chief of Kauai, came back to life. Hi'iaka explained to Lohi'au why she had come. He was grateful to her for bringing him back to life and curious to meet Pele, so he agreed to return to Puna with her. By this time, almost 40 days had passed. Pele had been waiting impatiently, and there was no sign of Hi'iaka or Lohi'au. She began to suspect that they had fallen in love and were never coming back. Jealous and angry, Pele decided to punish Hi'iaka. She started an eruption that flowed toward Hopoi's home. Hopoi saw the fiery river of hot lava moving toward her, standing at the edge of the ocean. She did the only thing she could think of that might please Pele and change her mood. She danced the hula. She danced beautifully, but nothing stopped the flow of lava. When at last Hi'iaka arrived in Puna with Lohi'au, she saw a girl made of stone standing at the edge of the sea, and she knew that Pele had broken her promise. Hi'iaka was filled with sadness and anger. She decided to take revenge. Leading Lohi'au to the edge of the crater where Pele could see them, she put her arms around him and embraced him. Furious, Pele covered Lohi'au with lava and flames. The anger soon went out of the two sisters when they saw what their hot tempers had made them do. Hopoi and Lohi'au, whom they loved, were both dead. Pele, realizing her shortcomings, promised Hi'iaka she would never doubt her again, and told her she would bring Lohi'au back to life. To show her sister how sorry she was, she said that she would let Lohi'au choose between them. Pele was sure he would choose her. Pele brought Lohi'au back to life, but he did not choose her. He chose Hi'iaka. Although she was unhappy, Pele kept her promise and gave them her aloha and blessing as they sailed back to Kauai. Pele still lives on Hawaii, where she rules as the goddess of volcanoes. The sulfur in the air reminds the people that she is there, alive in her home, Halema Uma'u. Her fiery lava is still pushing eastward toward the rising sun. And year after year, people sing songs and tell stories about Pele of Kilauea. E ola mau e Pele e, eli eli kau mai. Long life to you, Pele. Pipi holo ka'au. What a great puke. So mahalo again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this book, and now we're going to move on to practicing our hula. Oh, my ka'i. Now we're ready to learn Mele, a song about Pele. And this is a very Mele kahiko about her, an old song about her. And it speaks of her movement and how she moves around the island in the form of lava. And the Hawaiian word, or olelo Hawaii, for lava is actually Pele. So let's look at the words on the screen. The name of the song is E Pele, E Pele. So the first line, I want you to repeat after me so we can practice and sing it together. E Pele, ka'u ka'u li ana. E ho'opili mai all together. E Pele, ka'u ka'u li ana. And what that means is Pele moving along. It's talking about her movement.
Now the next line or the next verse is e pele huaina huaina. Let's do it all together. E pele huaina huaina. And it talks about the bursting of the pele, the lava. Next verse, e pele oni luna. All together, e pele oni luna. And it means, the oni means moving back and forth, and iluna means upwards. All right, now the next verse, let's do it all together. Repeat after me, and I'll say it first. E pele oni lalo. All together. E pele oni lalo. Now we talked about the oni luna, which means going upwards, moving upwards. Oni lalo means moving downwards. Next verse. E pele ao kuli pe'e nui. And we slow down on that part. Ao kuli pe'e nui. So let's practice the pronunciation all together. E pele ao kuli pe'e nui. Maikai. So what that means is it's talking about the creeping and the hiding of her knees as she moves around the earth. Okay, and then the very end, we're going to end it as most Mele Hawaii do with ha'ina, and that means that you will retell your story. And so we say ha'ina ka'inoa no pele la'ea. Okay, all together with me. Ha'ina ka'inoa no pele la'ea. Mai ka'inoa. Okay, so we're going to do it all together. And I'll do the very end. Ea la, ea la, ea. And the more and more you watch this, the more and more you'll be better, and you can do it with me, right? So we'll do it one time through to practice, and then we'll do it for real, okay? All right, and the first kahea will be e pele. And then we'll go straight into the mele. Then the very end is he inoa no pele. Yeah? We're going to give honor to her at the end. Mai ka'iloa. All right, let's see. Ooh, so my ka'i this mele. I learned this when I was a little girl. So it's really exciting for me to do this with all of you today. Okay? Makoko? E pele. E pele ka uliana. E pele ka uliana. E pele huaina. E pele huaina. E pele oni luna. E pele oni luna. E pele oni lalo. E pele oni lalo. E pele a okuli pe nui. E pele a okuli pe nui. Haina ka inoa no pele la ea. Haina ka inoa no pele la ea. Ea la ea. He inoa no pele. You guys ready to do it for real? All right, let's take it from the top. Makoko. E pele. E pele ka uliana. E pele ka uliana. E pele huaina. E pele huaina. E pele oni luna. E pele oni luna. E pele oni lalo. E pele oni lalo. E pele a okuli pe nui. E pele a okuli pe nui. Haina ka inoa no pele la ea. Haina ka inoa no pele la ea. Ea la ea. He ino no pele. Kamai ka ino. I'm so happy you joined me today, and I hope I see you the next Heluhelu and Mele, and maybe we'll hear the rest of the story of Pele and her sister iakaikapoliopele. Until then, ahui ho, malama pono, ahui ho, malama pono, ahui ho, ene, malama pono ene.